Have you ever considered the spaces that you're living in is affecting your mood, your health, and your productivity? Just imagine this. You're working in an office. Hours pass and you feel extremely drained. But imagine this again. You're in the same office, but there are more plants and more sunlight. Don't you think your mood would feel more refreshed? This is the power of biophilic design, the integration of nature into the spaces where we live, work, or play. To be honest, I never truly understood biophilic design until I had the chance to experience it first. A few months ago, I've always worked in an environment that was as sterile as it can get, and I often found myself uninterested and bored all the time. I thought that was the norm until I had the chance to study at my friend's spot. Her place was filled with exposed sunlight, lots of plants, and lots of flowers. It felt like stepping into a completely different world. This inspired me to buy my first ever plant for my room, which actually turned out to be a fake plant. But even the idea of a fake plant sparked a change in me. Ever since then, my love for greenery grew, and I went from a typical introverted teenager who always stays in their room to someone who doesn't think twice, to saying yes to parks or mountain hikes. And I always wonder, whenever I come back from a place full of vegetation, why can't our cities be as refreshing? It made me more energized. It improved my energy levels, and as well as improving my confidence level as well. Our cityscapes are at an unpredictable rate, yet we have lost touch with the very thing that sustains us, nature. Hello everybody, my name is Minta, and today we'll be diving into the topic of biophilic design and how it impacts us. And along the way, I'll be showing you guys some samples as well. The term biophilia was coined by biologist Edward O. Wilson, which refers to our initiate connection to nature. Essentially, when we're surrounded by nature, we feel more at ease and more calm. Research has shown that people who have been exposed to natural elements have reduced stress, improved cognitive function, and increased creativity. Just imagine a workplace where workers are more productive, or a school where students are more engaged, or a hospital where patients heal faster. These aren't just idealistic concepts, they're realities. One time, I was exhausted from my flight in Singapore, and all I thought about was napping all day. All changed until I stepped into the atrium of Jewel Changi. I was greeted by a towering waterfall and a surrounding rainforest. The place was bustling with people, but it felt weirdly peaceful. And this was an unexpected reminder of how architecture and design can connect us to nature, even in a typical rushing, stressful place like an airport. Let's look at another example of biophilic design in action. The Amazon spears in Seattle, Washington state. These spears are filled with plants ranging from tropical species to rare trees. Although it is an office environment, it feels more like an indoor rainforest. The idea behind this is simple. Allow Amazon employees to feel more connected to nature as well as enhancing their productivity. But one of the most powerful places that we can see the impact of biophilic design is hospitals. When you think of them, you may traditionally see them as pedestrian or conventional. However, as healthcare systems around the world are starting to develop biophilic designs and principles, we're seeing remarkable changes. Let's take, for example, the Maggie's Care Center in UK. It is a cancer care center that not only allows sunlight, plants, but also lots of open, calming space as well. The effect? Patients have experienced faster recovery times as well as higher quality of life during treatment. In fact, the research from University of Michigan has shown that patients who have more access to nature have lower blood pressure, reduced stress, and less pain. How about in schools too? In Green Street Academy at Baltimore, students who have engaged in biophilic classrooms have experienced less stress and are more engaged. all the while showing grades that are 3.3 times better than their less. This shows the significant, profound impact of biophilic design on not only just health or well-being, but also academic success as well. But all I've talked about so far is popular urban areas. How about biophilic designs in rural areas too? Let's take a look at some of the examples from my country. In Myanmar, traditional houses are made from bamboo and thatch, which materials are both sustainable and allow natural ventilation during hot climates. Additionally, in Inle Lake, Myanmar, traditional still houses are made from bamboo and wood, which allows natural ventilation in hot climates as well as protection from seasonal floods due to their construction being higher above ground and acting as a buffer to rising sea levels. But despite all these benefits of biophilic design, we still haven't incorporated biophilic design in our cities as the norm. What if we live in spaces that not only prioritize our well-being and our health? By reconnecting architecture with nature, not only are we building spaces that are functional, but also deeply restorative. So I suggest you to put more houseplants, more exposed sunlight, and as well as more natural elements. And if you're feeling a bit fancy, you can listen to natural sounds. I personally like listening to going on the internet and finding out waterfall sounds or birds chirping. But biophilic design is not just a trend. It is a connection towards a more improved, healthier future. So let's build biophilic designs and cities that allow us to thrive, not just to survive, but by bringing nature back into our lives. Thank you.